Hey guys, how you doing? I wanted to show you a little stretching sequence that I've been using, or kind of a mobility sequence, I guess, more than stretching, that I've found really, really useful. And it really works you through kind of a lot of the different ranges of mobility that you need for jiu-jitsu. Okay, so it's broken down into a few different component parts, and then we kind of put it all together at the end to create this little flow. Okay, these all come from something called Kinstretch, which I highly recommend you check out if you get the opportunity. There's some really great instructors out there. I personally got this from a guy called Escapology. He does some online classes and stuff if you want to check it out. But really, really cool movements. Most of them are pretty common to people. So the first one is a basic 90-90 stretch, okay? So you're going to turn your hips over in this direction. Okay, you want to have a 90-degree angle in your knee, your hip, and your back knee as well. And then we're going to look to bring our chest directly down over that knee. Okay, and what we want to do is imagine that we're kind of squashing a balloon. Okay, so we're trying to like squash that between our rib cage and we get as low as we can and we just kind of hang out in this position. That's our first one. Okay, very, very simple. If you want to increase the stretch, you can kind of like pull yourself into it. So you're trying to close that space, bringing your knee up off the ground. You shouldn't be able to. Okay, that's the first part of it. The next part of it is going to be bringing this leg. We're going to do a little bit of internal rotation on this leg to move it around towards the other side. Okay, so after you do this kind of this mobility work, you can either stretch it. Oh, the other thing that you can do as well is like a little bit of movement-based stuff. So you can either use your hands or arms out to the side, and you squeeze yourself down. So you try to crush that balloon, and then you push yourself back up by driving down into the ground. You can do that like 5 times, works really good too. Okay, the next one is going to be external rotation. So the first thing is we're going to rotate. So we're going to keep our knee down, but we're going to try and pick this foot up. You won't be able to do it a huge amount, and you might cramp in your hip. So we're going to pick that up. Okay, and from there, we're going to rotate it. Our knee is going to come up into our chest, and we're going to bring it all the way around as tight as we can, and we're going to try to put it in front of this knee. So if I spin around this way, we're going to try and put it in front of our knee. And ideally, we don't want to be using a lot of speed. We want to be doing it in control. And then we're going to go through the reverse process. So if you don't have the balance, you can put your hands down. If not, bring your hands out and squeeze. Keep your chest up nice and high. Knee into your chest, around, down. So we rotate that knee down, keeping the foot off. And then we can rest. And again, if we do the process again, knee into your side. So we're trying to hit like a glass wall, bring it up as tight as we can, bring it in front under control, bring it to the other side of your knee, and reverse the process again. Okay, so that's kind of our basic movement for that part of the sequence. The next one we're going to do is, you can do it from a bear stretch or a low squat position. Again, I found this really, really useful. If you're going to do it from this kind of bear sit position, you're going to grab the outside of your toes, or you can grab this big toe, works just as well. Here, you're going to raise your chest up, and then you're going to try to pull yourself forwards by squeezing into the hips. So you can start by, if you go the opposite way first, so you try to push yourself away. So I'm trying to like extend my legs away. So I'm trying to extend away here, and then I reverse the movement by pulling my chest forwards, keeping it as high as I can. Like I said, you can do it from the seated position, or you can do it from a low down squat position, okay? And then you can hook onto those toes. You get into a nice low squat here, and then same thing, you're gonna try and pull yourself up, 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 and then when you go, you reverse it and pull yourself down as deep as you can, really trying to close that space by your sides. That's the second part. The final part is like a switch from one side to the other in the 90-90 stretch. Okay, so we're here. And the way that we're going to do it is this leg is going to come up first. We're going to rotate it up as high as we can while keeping this knee down on the ground, okay? I'm really going to try and squeeze that down as much as we possibly can in this position, open out as much as we can, and then we bring it back up to this bear sit position. Then this leg goes first, goes down towards the ground, towards our 90-90. Again, we're trying to keep this leg up so we're getting that stretch in the hips, and then the back leg closes. Okay, so leg up, really try to open, get to that block, and then go to the other side, drop it down. So we're utilizing this movement to try and work through the range of movement. Okay, so that's our 3 individual parts to the drill. But what we can do is we can kind of put them all together to get a really nice little flow. Because all of these different positions we're using our guard. Like if we're playing guard, you know, we're on our back here, we're circling, we have to bring our legs over. We have to, for a lot of our passing, we have to be able to have that like internal, where we're dropping that knee down, that internal rotation. You know, we need to be able to close this space. Like if I'm trying to get close and do like either, you know, long step, for example, I'm trying to take the back, I need to be able to close this space down to our front leg. So this sequence is very, very good for like that hip mobility and working through the things. Okay, so I'll run through it a few times so you guys can see. So we start in our 90-90 position here. Again, you can use it with the hands or without the hands and work from there. So the first one is, I'll do it with the hands first so you guys can see. So hands down, I'm going to close that space here, bring myself back up, okay? The next thing that I want to do from here is I'm going to use this leg, comes up into my chest, around, and then we go back the opposite way, really trying to squeeze it tight. From there, I'm going to open knee, close it back down to the other side, close it back down to the other side. Drop my chest, and then we do our internal rotation. Leg up, knee into our side, rotate around, and then bring it back the opposite direction. And then we go back through the process. Open, oh, sorry, I missed a part out. I did it entirely wrong. I missed an entire section out, I'm sorry. When we get back to this bit, then we can grab our toes, pull our chest forwards, and then go back into the position. Open, open, and then without the arms, same thing. Let's crush down, push away, here, leg up, knee in, around, knee in tight, back around this direction, leg up, into the center, grab those toes, pull your chest through, and then continue the movement. Leg down, out towards your knee, crush down, push up, okay, foot up, knee in, around, okay, and then bring it back to this position. Open out our knee, really try to open that as much as you can. Get square, hands to the feet, chest up, drop it down to the ground, chest down, leg up, get our rotation. Oops, knee up, foot up, knee in, around, and back down, okay? So that's the sequence. Like, it might not look particularly complicated, but I guarantee if you try it, particularly this internal rotation here of bringing this leg around, you're going to struggle if you don't use your hands because it requires a lot of dexterity and a lot of flexibility. But I found it a really good sequence for either warming up or just spending a little bit of time in each of these different positions, you know, working through, like, if I want to increase the range of movement, for example, I push down, like when I'm in this position, I push down, I want to push down into the ground, and then I try to squeeze up to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. You know, same in this one, I'm pushing away, and I'm trying to pull myself into that position, okay? We can do the same over here as well. I can, like, elevate this one down, try to get that internal rotation working for us. Okay, so really cool sequence. Check it out, give it a whirl. Let me know what you think.